Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy Fluent English, the English podcast. I'm TK.
And I'm Jimmy. We're really delighted you're here with us today. Before we start, quick reminder, if you enjoy learning English with real conversations, we request, please don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, because when you subscribe, you don't just support us, you support your own English journey.
Today's podcast is a little special.
Yes, absolutely. Today's episode is specially made because of one of our subscribers' requests. And if he's watching right now, he'll definitely know exactly what we're talking about. Thank you so much for sending your request.
For real, we love it when you tell us what you want to learn. Exactly, because this podcast is not just our podcast, it's your podcast.
So, today we're talking about something very small, but very powerful in English.
Yes, this tiny word, but it confuses almost everyone. Could. When beginners hear this word, they panic. They think, oh no, grammar. But relax. Today there is no grammar stress, no rules on the board, no boring definitions, just conversation, real life, easy English. And by the end of this podcast, you'll feel more confident. Not perfect, but confident. And confidence is more important than perfection.
Always. Okay, let's start very softly.
Yes, slow and easy.
Tell me something. When you were learning a new language, did you feel scared to speak?
All the time. I was afraid of making mistakes.
Same here. I remember thinking, what if I use the wrong word? What if people laugh?
Exactly, and many of our listeners feel the same. So today, if you're listening and thinking, I'm not good at English, let me stop you right there.
Yes, stop that thought. You're not bad at English. You're just learning, and learning takes time. Now, let's come back to this one word, could.
Yes. Jimmy, close your eyes for a second.
Okay, as you say.
Now, imagine this. You're standing at an airport gate. Your flight is delayed. Your phone battery is at 3%, and the announcement says the flight could depart at 10:45 p.m.
That one word, could, changes everything.
It's not certain. It's not impossible. It's hanging in the air.
Today, we're not just explaining grammar. We're stepping into real moments where could shapes emotions, decisions, and relationships.
So let's slow down and understand this word like humans, not students. Let's start with could, but not like a classroom rule. Let's think about real life. When do we use could in daily life? Usually when we talk about hopes, advice, or future situations.
Let's move to the childhood memory using could, the past ability. Suppose a father teaching his daughter to ride a bike. She falls. She gets up. She tries again. Years later, she smiles and says, Dad, remember? I couldn't balance at first, but I could ride perfectly after a week.
That's could for possibility. It tells a story of growth. Another example, an old man sitting on a park bench says, when I was young, I could run 5 miles without stopping. There's pride in that sentence, memory, strength, time. I always tell learners making a mistake in English is not a crime. It's actually a sign that you're trying. Now let's move to example of polite request.
Now imagine this. An office, Monday morning, everyone is stressed. A manager walks in and says, send me the report. The room feels tense. Now imagine instead, could you send me the report before noon, please?
Same request, different atmosphere. One builds pressure, the other builds cooperation. Could protects professional relationships. We have to try from our own intention, though we make wrong sentences in speaking English, because silence is more dangerous than a wrong sentence. When you stop talking because you're scared, you stop learning.
Now, let's use the word could with politeness at restaurant embarrassment. Just imagine a young man is on a first date. He's nervous. The waiter forgets their drinks. He could say, hey, where's our order? But instead, he smiles and says, excuse me, could we please get some water?
And that single word changes how he's perceived. Could often defines your social intelligence. And when we talk about the missed opportunity, which is related to use could have.
All right, now let's shift emotionally and make it even more real. A woman sits alone at night, looking at an old email. It was a job offer. She never replied. She whispers, I could have taken that opportunity.
That's powerful. Could have carries reflection, maybe regret, maybe wisdom. Another example. After an argument, someone thinks, I could have handled that better. That's not grammar. That's growth.
Learning English is about confidence. Many learners think, I must speak perfect English, but that idea is wrong, very wrong. Even native speakers don't speak perfect English. They pause, they repeat, they correct themselves all the time. I do it daily.
Me too, and nobody dies because of it. So when you say, I have been learning English, and you make a small mistake, don't stop. Continue the sentence. Okay, let's understand use of could with encouragement in a dark moment. Now imagine your friend is feeling stuck.
You could apply for one job. You could wake up 30 minutes earlier. You could try again. Notice the psychology. Must pressures. Could empowers. It gives freedom. Exactly.
Let's remove more confusion. Use of could giving example in daily life. It is about planning with friends. Just suggestion. Just imagine in real life, 3 friends sitting in a car Saturday night. No plan. Silence. One says, we could drive to the beach. Suddenly, energy changes. Another says, we could grab food on the way. He says, I'm tired. Nothing is changing. You don't say, you must fix your life. Instead, you say, you could start with something small.
Could invites collaboration. It opens doors instead of closing them. It expresses our collaboration by using of could. There is no grammar stress. Just use this could in collaboration. Okay, Jimmy, let's give more example to make it more easier.
Why not?
Situation is uncertainty at the hospital. Think that a family waits outside a hospital room. A doctor walks out and says, he could recover in a few days.
That word brings possibility. Because sometimes the smallest word creates the biggest shift. English is forgiving when intention is clear. If learners remember only one thing from this episode, what should it be? That English is not about perfection, it's about connection.
Before closing today's episode, we would request you, my dear listeners, you don't need to rush. You don't need to fear mistakes. Just keep speaking, keep listening, and slowly English will start feeling natural.
Correct. If this episode helped you understand English more clearly, please like this video and subscribe to Easy Fluent English, the English podcast. And we're here to make English simple, human, and part of your real life. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.